Hello, church. As we prepare for our first church-wide fast, we wanted to give you a special word straight from Pastor Sal. Give yourself a couple minutes and watch this.
I just wanted to take a couple minutes to thank those who signed up for our day of fasting, which will begin on the evening of the 22nd of May and continue till the evening of the 23rd, where we'll gather together for praise and worship and break the fast together. And I just had a couple of thoughts that I think would be helpful when you consider the word fasting. Actually, in many ways, it's synonymous with the word humble. Humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. For instance, it says in Deuteronomy 8:3, He, speaking of the Lord, humbled you and let you hunger and feed with manna. And so what he did is he put them in a position where they realized their dependency was totally upon him. What a powerful position they were in. And then they realized every day they would get their food from the Lord. And so he humbled themselves in that way. Ezra uses it in the same way. When Israel was in distress and rebuilding Jerusalem, it says he proclaimed a fast. And he said in Ezra 8:21 that we might humble ourselves. So when we fast, we deny ourselves, we humble ourselves, we admit our dependency upon God. And that's what we're doing, because we're asking God to have a harvest in our summer sizzlers to reach people for Christ. And what we're saying is we can't do it. We need God. And so we're crying out to God and we're fasting. Now, another time you fast is when you're going through great struggle or difficulty. David was sick and he said, I humbled my soul with fasting. And in one sense, when we are humbling ourselves this way, we are saying we long for men and women to come to know the Lord Jesus Christ. And are you heartbroken over any loved ones or friends that you know that simply have no idea who Jesus is? And are you praying that they might come to know the Lord? And fasting is one of those ways of demonstrating that we are humble before the Lord in fasting. And so it's a good thing that we're going to do. But I want to put up one word of caution. Fasting has no value if it's not of the heart. Do you remember that parable the Lord gave us in Luke 18? There was a Pharisee, very well-to-do, and a tax collector. They both go into the temple, and the Pharisee stands up and he says, God, I am so grateful. I'm not like other men. He said, I tithe and I fast twice a week. But his heart wasn't right. And the tax collector falls on his face and cries for mercy and says, I'm a sinner. When you fast, make sure that your heart is right with the living God. And if you do that, then you'll walk out just like the tax collector did. You see, he said, out of those two men, only one walked out justified. You'll meet the living Lord on your fast. You'll see the results this summer as God will honor the intention of your heart. And what a joy it will be at the end of the summer to know that God has used you to touch other lives for Him. And you were willing to deny yourself so that the gospel might go forth. And I want to say thank you.
We want to thank Pastor Sal. We want to thank you again for choosing to participate in our church-wide fast as we spend a day fasting and praying for our Summer Sizzler outreaches.